The Forbidden City is right now it's called the Palace Museum. So it's just a museum. No celebrations, events, whatsoever take place in this area. Just a museum. We just collected 1.86 million artifacts in the Forbidden City, make it as one of the largest museums in the world. Actually, people can spend like 2 full days in the Forbidden City, but today we just visited the most important ones. Okay? So let's continue to see more artifacts in this area. There's a pair of dragon head turtles and a pair of cranes displayed in this area. They are the symbols of long life or longevity. They are also used as the incense burners. You understand the incense burner? When the ceremony are taking place in this area, people would put incense into the body of the dragon head turtle and the crane. So you can see on the back of the crane there's a lid. Can you see that? Yes. So when the ceremony are taking place in this area, people would remove the lid and put the sandalwood incense into the body, and smoke will be coming out from where? From their mouth. Yeah, because people believe that the smoke can carry our wishes from the earth up to the heaven. That's why even now, people go to the temple, they would burn a lot of incense to make a wish, to make a prayer. Here, there are 2 more palaces standing inside the outer court. Hall of complete harmony and Hall of preserving harmony. We can also see this huge pavilion standing on the top of that hill. So that is a park outside the Forbidden City, but inside the Imperial City. That hill, that was the place where the last emperor in the Ming committed suicide by hanging himself. Most of the emperors at the end of each dynasty didn't end up very well. Either kill themselves or to be killed by those enemies, or being captured or tortured to death. So most of them didn't end up well. Hey guys, be careful.
Because in Europe,
yeah, be careful. Like yes, now different from Europe. Yeah, be careful. Yeah. That's right. Yeah. Okay, guys, let's take a short break over here. Okay, and there's a restroom right on this corner, and there's a souvenir shop of this area. Most of those shops will be closing at around 4 o'clock. So let's take a short break in this area for 10 minutes. Either to go to the restroom, or there's a coffee store over there. You can grab a cup of coffee, or if you want to buy like a magnet of souvenirs from this shop, or take a seat over there. So like it's 10 minutes. Okay, 10 minutes. Coffee. Yeah, you can go grab a cup of coffee. Go straight. Okay. So during her ruling period, there are 2 emperors, her son and her nephew. And before she passed away, she picked up another boy. That was the last emperor. And then that dragon lady passed away in 1908 at the age of 73. Only 3 years later, after she passed away, the dynasty collapsed. The dynasty was over, okay? She had this area lavishly decorated in 1884 to celebrate her birthday. The building is divided into 5 parts. The sleeping chamber on the west, and then the changing chamber where she changed her clothes. The audience chamber over here, where she gave the audiences to the emperor, empresses, the concubines. And there's a room over here, the breakfast chamber. And there's another room over here. This is the religious chamber, just like a small chapel, where she practiced the Buddhism on everyday basis. And the palace right over here, this was the place where she enjoyed her lunch and dinner. Whenever she had a lunch and dinner in that palace, people would prepare 128 courses for this lady. She enjoyed that kind of a fancy, luxurious life. Okay? So in 1884, it is not in great condition inside those palaces, but you can get a general idea how it looked like back 150 years ago. Okay? And those rooms are very small, especially the bed chamber, very small. They can, in our tradition, Chinese people, especially the emperor, empress, they prefer to sleep in a small room. Small room can gather more energy, more qi. Qi refers to the energy. Yeah, if you sleep in a large house, your energy might be depleted, end up being sick the next day. So even now, those are a lot of, no matter the wealthiest people or to the common people, they still prefer to sleep in a small room to gather more energy. Okay, let's continue to see the last major attraction along the central axis, which is called the Imperial Garden. Okay, now we are in this garden. The trees on the right-hand side is called a dragon claw tree. The most popular trees in this garden, the emblem tree of Beijing. So it's called dragon claw tree, looks like dragon claw. It doesn't grow very tall, but all the branches are spreading out on all directions. Okay, this way, let's take a look at this two-storied building. Over here, very popular building in the Forbidden City. We are in the Imperial Garden now. Compared to the Summer Palace, where it's about 4 times the size of the Forbidden City, this is nothing. But this was the only place for those lower rank. Let's come a little bit closer, give the way to the other tourists. So this is the garden where you used for those lower ranking concubines of the consort to hang out, to chill, to relax a little bit back in the days, because they were not allowed to step out of the Forbidden City without permission from the emperor. So they can only hang out in this area. They are not allowed to go to the outer court or outside the Forbidden City. This building over here, which used as the living residence of the emperor's English teacher at the end of the emperor's living period in the Forbidden City, Reginald Johnston. Okay? Let me show you this picture. Yes. Emperor's English teacher, Reginald Johnston, who lived here, he came into the Forbidden City in 1919 and hired by the royal family to be the teacher of the last emperor. He lived in China for more than 3 decades, has a profound understanding of the Chinese culture, Chinese literature, Chinese art, and who speaks very good Mandarin. He came into the Forbidden City at the age of 45, when the emperor was at the age of 14. He treated the last emperor like a father to a son. He tried his best to impart his knowledge to this little emperor and help the emperor open the eyes to the rest of the world. Because the emperor was restricted, staying in the Forbidden City for a long time, knowing nothing about the rest of the world. Under his influence, the emperor started to wear glasses, installed the telephones in the Forbidden City, and started to ride the bicycles around in the Forbidden City. But in 1924, together with the emperor, they were kicked out of here. And he went back to London and worked as a professor of Chinese literature at the University of London. He wrote a very famous book titled The Twilight in the Forbidden City. Okay, let me show you this still very popular book, The Twilight in the Forbidden City, chronicling his close relationship with the last emperor. He died in 1938, died alone. Who was born in the same year as Winston Churchill in England. And even to the day when he passed away, he still considered himself as a loyal and affectionate servant of the last emperor. Okay? So we have finished all the major part in the Forbidden City. We are heading out of the Imperial Garden on that way, and then go out of the Forbidden City for 50 minutes. We need to walk around 50 minutes to the exit. While on the way, I'll show you another building. Okay? The Arrow Pavilion. Let's go that way on the right.